Hi everybody, welcome to Unlocking Kingdom Destiny. My name is Gaspar Anastasi and I want to talk about the end is near. The end is near. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Jesus Christ is getting ready to come back. And you know what? That's no huff and puff. It's the truth. Look what just recently happened in the northeast of America, the coastline and some of the major cities like Washington, D.C. and New Jersey and New York and Boston and so forth and so on. What happened was that we had cataclysmic events take place one right after another. And that's not something new because it's been happening all over in the last 10 years and especially the last 3 or 4 years. We had an earthquake that took place in Washington, D.C., a 5.9 that affected New York City. Buildings shook for the first time and people became hysterical. Then right after that came the hurricane, which today is still being touted as one of the worst of its kind in the Northeast for hundreds of years. Now, these things are not coincidental. If you look around in the world, you see that not only are there rumors of wars, but there are wars. You see Libya having such major problems and Gaddafi now out of control. You say, well, that's good, but who's being in control? You see Iraq and Iran, the battles they fought for so many years, and now Iraq became a puppet to America. And today there's such great violence that's still there, and you see Iran that's threatening to initiate the 12th Imam to come real quick, which in their mind is the end of the end so that there can be a new beginning. They kind of have the opposite of what we have as far as knowing the Battle of Armageddon and Jesus coming back right after that great battle. They believe that there has to be great wars before the 12th Imam comes. Listen, we're coming closer and closer. Israel now is sending ships to Egypt. Iran is sending their 15th fleet. And we're seeing more and more cutting-edge things that are taking place that could lead us into the final battle. What do? Well, we need to get our hearts right. If we don't look at the signs and wonders that are taking place in our lives and begin to look inside and say, am I right with God? Am I truly living the way Jesus wants me to live? You know, if someone was to write your obituary before you died, would it be something you'd like to hear? Would it be written like something like, this woman, this man truly lives for God? Their light really shines, and many people come to know Jesus because of them, and they do so many wonderful things to the poor and the hurting and the needy. These are good, godly people. You think that would be the obituary that would be written to you or about you? What if you tried to write your own obituary? We're coming to the end, folks. This is no joke. This is serious. The warning is out. The signs are telling us. When we stand before God, He said, listen, I let you know. I sent prophets and I sent YouTube messages and I sent earthquakes and tsunamis so that you'd be aware that the time is coming to get your house in order. Isn't it time that we stand up for what's right? Isn't it time that we begin to speak what is true that sets people free? Time to get out of compromise and time to live for the only one and true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Time to put Israel in its right place within our own hearts. Time to put Jesus in the forefront of our minds and thoughts. It's time to live for God, because He's the one we're going to stand before, and He's the one who's going to ask us the question, what did you do with my son Jesus while you were here on this earth? The end is near. Are you ready?